I look like a child. Hey guys, hopefully the microphone's on. I realised earlier when I was filming something else, secret project, that my microphone hasn't been plugged in. So it hasn't been plugged in since 2 videos ago. I'm a professional. I'm never a professional. Speaking of never being professional, we're gonna look at my art book. That literally made no sense. I was an art student, well, up until like 2 to 3 years ago. I've been an art student, and then I finished college, as you do when you go to college, unless you drop out, but you finish college anyway. Anyway, rambles. Apart from when I finished college, if you wanted to know what I got like a CD, I think, which is literally common for me. I got a CD in applied art. If you want to know what that means, applied art is when it's basically worth 2 A levels in the space of 1 course. So it is a lot of work. Basically there's no exam, you just have like a final piece basically. It's a confusing thing. If you're going to college, the college will tell you what it is if they run that course. It's a really good course. It is a lot of work, and if you're not an art student, you might look at the arts and be like, so you literally just sit there and paint. Anyone can do that. It's a lot of work. If you're like most art students, especially myself, we're not writers. And there is a lot of writing that goes into any form of art course, because apparently you have to like talk about why you did things, and I painted this like this because I had to, and it's boring. It's really boring, but the overall thing is very fun. Anyway, that was a ramble. I wanted to show you one of my art pieces. This was the final project of my A2 year. So my final year in college, this is the final project that I did. I just spat. The final project that I did. I wanted to show you it because I posted something on my Instagram a few months ago being like, I finally started drawing. Side note, haven't actually painted that yet. On that picture, I think I was like, I'm thinking of doing a video where I look through my sketchbook, because I've done like 2 of these already, from like the one that I did when I left college, the one that I did before I went to college, never did one that was at college, so this is all in like a bad order, but we're gonna do it anyway. There's Oreo actually stuck in my throat. So let's get started. This is my, oh my god, this is my A2 applied art did the course, can't say the word, synoptic project, which is basically we chose what we wanted to do. I chose underwater because there's something interesting about underwater things to me. I love fish, I love aquatic creatures, which I didn't realise was the name until I did this project. I was like, aquatic creatures. I like the idea of having like an underwater city or whatever. Like, underwater is just a baffling place. It's a magical place that we don't understand as humans, and I think that's amazing that there's a part of this earth that we don't understand. Dogs. The first page is like, I guess we're supposed to do a mood board thing. Opening page. First of all, I've never been one to do, like, I'm so bad at first pages on things. I'm always like, I don't know what to do, and then I screw up, and this is how it ends up looking. This is the first artist thing where you have to like draw from the person's artwork. This is what I did. This is really big and hard to show. This is the what the pictures were that I copied from. Yeah, pretty. These are actually really cool. And then the next page is like just the boring little writings about things. If you're a gamer, I looked at the artist who did the BioShock, because that's all like, I mean the first one is all set underwater. Scary game. Really love the artwork in it though. That was the vibe that I wanted to go with for this project, was very like underwater city, BioShock kind of thing. My response to his work is awful. It looks like this. I can't tell if you can see that on camera. This is the response. Bad. This is like one of those things that you randomly have to do in art. You know, like those weird little mini projects. Those weird little mini projects that your teacher's just like, we're gonna do bleach work. I think this is what this was. Like bleach work stuff. Just to like expand. It literally says in the corner, I should read. Bleach experiments. We're just gonna like, you know, we're gonna drip some ink and then draw with bleach. Another thing was like photocopying experiments where you're photocopying and then you like swoosh the picture on the screen. They look really trippy, but they're cool. Trippy but cool. Let's just not pay any attention to any of the annotations that are done on this. This is like transferring experiments. This is cool. I think this is what like inspired this entire project more. This is all tape basically, and then you wash off the photo and it's all transferred onto the tape. Sick. And then I put I think another experiment that didn't work at the back of it, behind all the windows, so it made it all look very blue, and I was like, this is cool. This is what the overall look is that I want for my artwork. I always know what I want to do way in advance, and then I have to tailor all of the work that I did so I can do that at the end. And I don't know if everyone else did that, but that was my overall thought process every time. I was like, I need to tailor everything else because I already have the last idea ready. This is cool. This is just nail polish remover. I don't know how this happened. I didn't write this well because I have no idea how I did this, but this looks cool. It looks very The Last of Us. Another little thing there. Lame. And then I looked at a underwater photographer, a biologist and a photographer. That's his name, if you can't see. Why are there so many dogs in my life? And I stroke none of them. He does like underwater things, like for like jellyfishes and stuff, and I love jellyfishes. So I drew some. I found out I was quite good at it. Look at those sick jellies and octopus, which looked really cool, and then I did something with black and now it looks a bit... This is a really terrible page. This is another thing that I like had to do over a half term at one point. So I like sketched out some things, like when I went to an aquarium, when I went to a stately home area. This actually becomes like an ending project. You'll see later. And then there's like, I went to different locations. So I went to like Aldershot, if you're local to Surrey. Aldershot, because they're, what's it called? Shopping centre. Like, there's like no shops in it. And I was like, this looks derelict and like a lost place, a forgotten place. That sounds fun to photographize. That's not the word. Do photography, and you know, it's got like loads of windows and it would be cool to just take photos of. Like, I was looking for a lot of open windows so you can like, you can imagine like a whale flying over or whatever, swimming over. You can imagine like a whale swimming over and things like that. I also went to like stately homes because I thought, going along with the Bioshock idea, like old style underwater kind of things would be cool. Or maybe someone has like a mansion and they have it all underwater, that kind of thing. Or like bits of towns, like a car park, but you would have like a walkway. There's some more. You got some aquarium photos because I love aquariums and I want to go to more in my life. Like underwater things to get the right Ripley effect, because they had those underwater, I just said underwater like 60 times and it makes no sense, but you know, those little walkways where there's like sharks and things swimming over. Those are great for what I was doing. This is my first idea basically. These again are the responses to stupid things like drawing on random photographs and trying to build up photos and whatever. The point is that you're supposed to do that for. I just realised how I'm fasting. How fast I'm talking. These are fun. So I played on Photoshop for one of the first ever times. It's not the first time because I've done it like earlier on in a project, but this is one of the other times I've photoshopped and it's gone well. So basically what I did was using the primary resources, as they like to say in the art world, the photos that I took in the shopping centres that I went to, then I put like a bluey, well no, I superimposed some water ripples that I took from previous photos, like the one with the little ripply thing over the top. I took those things, superimposed them onto the photo, so it was almost like it was coming through the window, so it's like just rippling. And then I put a bunch of colours over the top. Just a bunch of colours over the top, like blues and things, to give it more of a ambiotic underwater ambience. These are like really cool. These ones ended up being my final projects. Spoiler alert, these are my final project ones that I did. And this one slightly changed because they looked super cool. This one is probably the most creative, but this is like a porthole that was like for fishes and things like that, but I put in a stately home and then I put a tube in so you could like, it's like a walkway to the house, and it's glowing and stuff because of like being underwater, light pollution would glow out like green. I really like this. I'm proud of this. Oh my goodness, I was proud of a project that I did in school. How weird. But yeah, I like this one with all of its little greenness underneath. This was a response to the guy who does the concept art of an Assassin's Creed game or games, or Far Cry 4. I looked at a lot of gamers, concept art game people, but yeah, that's him. I took the artwork that I did before, I took out the car park thing because no one would drive a car in this. I thought I saw my neighbour over the road, that was scary. No one would drive a car underwater, but yeah, I took that photo and then I just painted over the top of it. I got a nice little bubbly effect. Thought that was cool. Yeah. Looks cool, Naomi, thanks. Yeah, I also added like the walkway thing into it. If you couldn't tell, there's like a walkway, so you're going through it. Then we get onto, you know, the basic rough drawings of what you want. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this? This one. See, this is what I was meaning. I took out the little china pot area, china plate bit, and put in a window. And my idea for this was that you could see the other 3 paintings from this window. I think there was 4 actually, but you could see the other 3 paintings from this window if you looked close enough. So like this little bit here, that's the bit where the car park is. Well, they're not car park. This would be the other building, but you can't even see it at all on camera. But that was me basically being like, this bit is this. You can see that bit from there. All of these things match up together. I did some colorways and I was like, I'm just going to copy the ones that I did on Photoshop the first time. These look cool. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. And then this is like me roughly being like, these are the kind of things that I'm gonna do. These are the kind of mark making things that I'm gonna do to represent the reflections of the water and how I'm going to make it look like a window and blah, 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 boring things. This one never made it, which is quite sad. Another one there where it looks bad and then it's like, this thing, that's what that is. And that was like the views from the window so you could see it more. So like, walkway, that's where the other thing is. Am I explaining this really badly? Probably. God, this is like an arm workout. And this is the build up to the final projects and how long I spent on all of them and things like that. My handwriting, okay, hi. My handwriting's terrible for these, but you know, whatever. The one that never made it. Can you see that? I think me and my art teacher decided to just throw this one away after. So maybe I'll redo it at some point on my own time and make it look really good. But that was like the last one that I just randomly slapdash did. I think I might go get the actual canvases because I think they're still on my staircase. So, hasn't been moved in 2 years. I'm gonna go get those and I'll show you what they look like. I thought that the sketchbook was big and I forgot how big these were. I'm gonna have to do it this way, sorry. So this is number 1. Ta-da! I did a thing. I actually really like this. I haven't looked at this in so long. But yeah, you can see the little staircase with all the ripple reflex on it. This is the window where you can see the other bits from. I wish I somehow made this look more windowy. But you can definitely tell it's like underwater. All the lights, like the creepy little lantern thing. This is another one that's, you know, from the shopping centre. A nice little big window. Nice little big window. That was a oxymoron. You got the nice little walkway windowy bit. All of these things look better from far away, I must say. Or in a mirror, as I'm looking at now. Yeah, got the depth of field. You got these things. Thought that looked cool. And then the final one, which I think is my favourite one out of all of them, which is the parkway, walkway thing. It just looks really cool. The little line over the top where you can like see that it's underwater and you're in a tunnel gives a very closed off, open feeling, you know? That makes sense? Closed off, open, with the light being all lighty and the moss being all mossy. Can you believe that I only got a CD for this? I'm explaining things so well. But yeah, I thought it looked cool, and there we go. Nice. Excuse me. Nice. I mean, I can't fix that one. So there you have it. That was my final A2 project that I did. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you thought I was bragging about my mad art skills. Just kidding. No, there was way more talented people on my course than I. I was trash. I'm still personally very proud of the artwork that I did on that project. I still think it's cool. I still sometimes think of doing artwork like that because I think that would be really fun if I started doing like photoshopped things like underwater and then painting them, or just photographing things around my neighborhood and painting them, or around just the places I go in general. I think that would be really fun because I think I have I don't want to say unique way of doing art, but I also I don't know how to explain this because I sound like an idiot. Me doing art my entire life. I see things in a certain light and I'm like, this would be perfect to paint, and I try and take a photo of it. And sometimes it doesn't come out the right colour and sometimes it does. Sometimes I'm running late for things and I can't take photos and then I miss my opportunity. But it's something that I really like doing. So if you want to follow me on my art journey, maybe I'll be posting things like that on my Instagram. Who knows? Because at the moment all I do is post selfies. If you like these videos, let me know because I don't mind doing them. I'm gonna run out of sketchbooks. That's not the correct terminology. I'm gonna run out of sketchbooks at some point to show you because I haven't done any artwork in a while and I know I should, for myself, because it's a very calming thing. Well, it's a very stressful, calming thing. You know, if you're an artist, you get the thought pattern. It's very stressfully nice. Are you an artsy person? Let me know in the comments below. Do you do painty things? I'm explaining this all very weirdly. I'm very tired this week, and like most weekends actually. I think I'm just a very tired human being. Anyway, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Have a beautiful day. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just made eye contact with my neighbour over the road. Okay, bye!